Ai, kia ora noi tiwi, nau mai hara mai koutou ki tēnei. Hōtako nā parakuhi i rungi tēnei reurarangi tuatahi o te motu, te reurarangi o Turanga Nui a Kiwi. Tēnei wā, kua tai mai te wā mo ngā pitu kororo mai a hau, arawa ko Jace, te whiwirangi mai te GC. Tēnā koe, Jace.
More nei ho, kei te pehea koe.
Kei te pai i tēnei ata, me koe?
Kei te pai, kei te pai.
Okay, so let's start with the weather over there in the GC, mate. What's the weather like?
Yeah, it's gone a bit downhill today. I actually flew in late last night from Melbourne, speaking of weather, and the weather down there is terrible for the whole 4 or 5 days we were there for my brother's wedding. So it was nice to come back last night, but it was we got home to some showers and a little bit of cloud. And this morning it's 17 degrees, and we're aiming for a high of around 24. So hopefully we get there because after being in the chilly Melbourne weather, I need to thaw out a bit.
I must say, you look pretty good after your singing the other night. Saturday night at the movies.
Yeah, don't even know the words, but yeah, thankfully not too many people saw that one, so it's all good.
Yeah, I did. I thought, oh, not bad, not bad. A little bit off key, but you're on the right note. Yeah. Anyway, bro. So so we'll start with you. What's happening over there on the GC? Okay, looks like we lost Jason there for a minute. I don't know where he's gone to.
I'm here.
Yes. Oh, he's back. Here he is. Anyway, so let's start with you. What's been happening over the last week and what's coming up this week?
Yeah, okay, on Saturday afternoon, the Burleigh Bears women's rugby league team won their A-grade premiership. This is what it was called, the Southeast Queensland, women's premiership A-grade, and they went back-to-back this year with a 28-10 win over South Logan. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is because there's a huge Gisborne East Coast connection in this team. Their assistant coach is Vanessa Rogers, her and her partner Sonny Edwards, long-time affiliates of the YMP sports club over there home. Their daughter Paige is also a player. There's a couple of girls called JD and Kenny. Rebecca Shelford, a very famous sporting name in New Zealand. Her father Kelly was a former Kiwi rugby league player. And her uncle Angus boxed for New Zealand at the Olympics in Sydney. Of ours, bro, Sasha Mahwika, she's also a part of that Burleigh Bears A-grade to them.
Can't buy. Sounds exciting.
Yeah. As I touched on
I'm
earlier,
just trying.
Melbourne for my brother's wedding. The weather, as I said, was terrible. So a couple of connections to home there. His best man was Michael Allen. Brian and Maddie Allen, they were heavily involved in the touch scene back over there at home for a few years.
And also, we just lost him there a little bit, and must be his connection in the GC as we're going via satellite to the GC. And hopefully Jace will come back to us in just a moment. There he goes. Yeah, mate. So we lost you there for a moment.
Oh, wow. I'm talking to myself.
Now, there we go. You're back with us again.
Not unusual. No one's listening. No,
yeah.
Don't listen to me. My wife doesn't listen to me, so what's new?
All right. So what else is happening?
Yeah, just coming up on October the 8th, there's a gathering of Te Aute College Old Boys to... The aim of this hui up in Brisbane is to put a video package together to send back to the school, because this year in Labour Weekend they're holding the first ever, I think it's the first, Anaru Takarua Memorial Kapahaka Festival. Now, Anaru Takarua, of course, was a preeminent figure in the whole Kapahaka scene, the 70s and 80s, before his untimely passing. So it'll be a good chance for us old boys here in Brisbane on the Gold Coast region to get together, dust off the old vocal cords once again, and put a package together to send back to school as our tohu, as our gift to the whole thing happening at the college on Labour Weekend.
You're an ex-pupil of Te Aute?
Yeah, I did four years there. I think it was either that or Borstal, so... Had a great time at Te Aute, lifelong friends. Anyone that knows who's been through the boarding school system, you've got friends from all over New Zealand, so there's always a bed no matter what town you're in.
Mm-hmm. Now, what else did you send me some of that? What else has been happening?
I just want to say a couple of happy birthday calls. Firstly to my cousin Lyndall Lockett, her grandfather, Harry Thatcher, and my nan, Eddie Tana, brother and sister. So, Lyndall, happy birthday to you. And also to an old mate of mine, John Barclay. We used to play, I don't know if they still play mercantile cricket over there.
Yep, they still do.
Yeah, so John and I used to play mercantile cricket back in the day for a team called State Insurance, and I think we still hold the record for.
Not winning a game. That's a good one. That's a good one indeed.
Both Lyndall and John both now live in Sydney.
Wow. Okay, I've just got to do a catch up for you over the weekend. We had the celebration of the 100th anniversary of the Battle of Somme, of some of our war veterans who 100 years ago, between 1916 and 1918, who fought on the Western Front in France. I went to represent my grandmother's brother, who was from Tuparo, Heremia Tawhiro Hainga I, who was in the Māori Pioneer First Contingent, who went there and helped to dig the trenches and all that sort of stuff as well. So also there was a member, I bumped into somebody who was a kohere. They went to represent their granduncle. So yeah, there's a lot of people, quite a few turned out, not as many as we expected, but it was a good turnout. And then we had a dinner afterwards, and I got the pleasure of dining with Brigadier Ken Foote from the 7th Battalion as well. So that was quite cool. So that was on the Saturday. Of course, so we had other things here. We had some taonga. Some taonga arrived from Wanganui, which was the amo, the carvings from a specific whare, and that was returned from Whanganui. And that was taken to Ohakua Marae over the weekend. What else was there? There was the Choral Society's 50th anniversary of the weekend. Ming attended that one there. They also had the ordination for, do you remember Jimmy Green?
Yes, I do, yep.
Yeah, well, now he was ordained over the weekend. I think it was 5 from Kahungunu at the Marituke Church on Sunday, ordained into the priesthood. I think that's what they call it. I think an ordination or something. So yeah, so he is now a minister at the priesthood. Yeah. So people can change, hey? Yeah. Well, who would have thought?
He used to go out with $5 in his pocket, go home absolutely blind drunk with
yeah.
Green Jimmy, good on you, brother.
Yeah, can't buy. So he's gone to back to Hawke's Bay, I think. And of course, this weekend is the Lindsay's Whānau show this weekend. We're expecting about maybe 600 kaumata from around Aotearoa. And one of the singers is coming from Australia, from the Gold Coast, I think, Shah Dockery. So I hear that she's going to be performing as well at the Whānau show this weekend. It's being held here in Gisborne at the event centre at the Ho Pickle. So there'll be a lot of kaumata here this weekend from across Aotearoa. So yeah, that's all I can remember and what's happening this week. Okay, any last things?
Let's backtrack to last week. I saw some stuff all splashed across social media, and I mentioned to you earlier a while back that politics can be such a dirty game.
Yes.
Something about a $20 koha which was left on a table in good faith for someone's birthday, and someone's picked it up and ran with it and gone to the police and laid a complaint. I mean, come on, that's just crazy. Everyone
yes, I know. Yeah. However, they've made the investigation, and you think that, leave it lying on now till finished. But however, somebody's brought it back up again. I'm not going to mention any names, but someone has brought it up on social media again and the Gisborne Herald. So, yeah.
Crazy, mate.
I don't know.
He's a good man, man.
Yeah. What was that, Jay? Sorry, I missed you there.
When's the elections?
I think they're October. Yeah, October. And of course, we get, before I forget, we get daylight saving this weekend. Starts this Sunday. Do you guys get it over there?
Rest of Australia does, but not Queensland for some reason. I think
Western Australia. Yeah. So,
but something to do with the cows up north, further up in the state, will get confused and they won't be able to produce enough milk. Rubbish like this.
Okay.
It'll make the curtains fade. I don't know, pass.
Yeah, pass. So what's the current time over there, where you are?
It's 6:33.
6:33. So it's 8:33 here. So as from next week, it'll be 9:33. So then you'll be about 2 hours behind us. So, yeah. Anyway, Jace, hey, pleasure talking to you this morning. And have a good week. And we'll catch up with you next Monday.
Yep, no worries. I'll have to get up about an hour earlier, I think. What do you reckon?
Can you get up there a little bit hour earlier? Yeah, 5 o'clock maybe. Yeah,
Struggling with this, Walter, but you know, you do it.
that's right, mate. All right, Jace, you have a good week.
No
We'll
worries.
catch up with you next week.
Sweet.
Okay, mate. See you later. All right, there we go. Jace Tawhiwhirangi all the way from the GC reporting back to the EC right here on the Coast to Coast Corridor.